Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Freaky Friday. Make sure you tune in every Friday night right here. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. We are also on Rumble. Check us out on Sunday nights for Sunday Night Live. We go live at 8 o'clock. And then every Saturday we got Shmoney Eats. At Soul Food Saturday, you got the chicken and the fish for $30 with all the sides. You also got the chicken or the fish with all the sides for $25. Make sure you hit up the desserts, mini cheesecakes, and you got banana pudding cups. Those are $7 each. Welcome to another episode of Freaky Friday. I'm your man Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em. And we are live on another episode, and as usual, we got the one and only Miss Get Kicked Off of motherfucking social media.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
What's cracking, y'all? My voice is out, but
She robbed the bank yesterday and lost her voice.
Yeah, because I'm going to be screaming while I'm rocking. Oh, well, I guess if I'm like telling they ass to do what the fuck to do. Okay. Yeah. But either way, hey, y'all, I missed y'all. I overslept on Sunday because a bitch was tired.
Because she was out pimping. She was running them streets getting her hoes straight.
And I didn't get home till like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was tired.
All right, and then today we got a special guest. Y'all know I've been posting it for a minute. We got the most distinguished gentleman in good old Arizona. We got the bachelor of all bachelors. It is...
It's time!
Introduce yourself, sir.
Showtime.
I
Pull
am,
the mic to you. Just
I
pull it to
am
you.
nobody. My name is Demetrius, and that is about all you're going to get from me as far as that goes.
This nigga bullshitting.
I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it simple.
Yeah, let him do his thing.
So we gonna have some fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know it's Freaky Friday, and y'all know what happens on Freaky Friday.
Oh. I have to set something up for when I leave here tonight.
So we are with all the
is
shits.
crazy.
We want you to call in, tell your freakiest story, tell your craziest story, tell a fun story, maybe a vacation, whatever it is that you done did. Go ahead by all means and call in because we turn on the... And we get live with it. So, tonight, as usual, we gonna sit here, have some fun, talk some shit, enjoy life, and while we do so, well, you guys get to call in and talk your own shit. We gonna have some fun. We gonna do it. Let me make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Yep, the phone line is working, and boom. The number is on the screen, 602-736-6660. If you want to call in and shoot your shot at Shmoney, there she is.
You can shoot it. He ain't say you was gonna get it in though.
Okay. For the ladies out there, well, we got ourselves a bachelor back there on them seats. You see him?
Y'all can shoot too, not just playing.
You can shoot your shot at him and ask
just
him
wait.
questions.
Women don't usually shoot, though.
How?
They usually don't. They scared.
Yeah.
Women be scared.
Unfortunately.
as hell.
But
They
but
want
women
they want
shoot to
you to
other
shoot.
women.
They want you to shoot, though. Like, they
But-
want you, but they want you to shoot.
Women, yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
That's true.
I want you, but you got to come talk to me. Like, bitch, make it make
How do
sense.
you know? how can you tell?
How can you tell that a woman wants you?
Yeah.
By the way that she is looking at you. There's a different kind of look when a
Yeah.
woman is interested in a
Okay.
man. So if she's giving you if she look at you once and twice,
Like it's
cool.
in the eyes.
Yeah, it's always in the, it's
Yeah.
always in the eyes.
100%.
Body language.
That's the
is-
only thing that's making me actually go.
It's,
That's what
it's
makes
like
me talk
90
to
or
her.
80%.
Yeah, that's what actually makes me talk to her.
Verbal is like
It's-
20.
It's in her eyes. Like, I
Body
can realize
body
that.
language is probably it has more communication in it than actual talking to somebody in most cases.
Yeah,
Body
this is because
language
we communicate
it
80%
has more communication.
body language, 20% communication verbally. Like,
Well, I think naturally you're gonna communicate with your body language first, right? Like anytime somebody says something,
'Cause it's a
like,
natural
right,
thing.
right, somebody say something that's shocking, you like, oh, shit.
right, before
Make
you
a
even
face
think
first
about
before you
it,
realize.
right?
Then you try to check your face, like, oh,
Right.
shit, I made a face.
Right, literally.
Right. So
Well, let me ask you this: how was y'all week?
Good. I have my new job. This is my first week.
yeah, it's good.
How you like your new job?
I love it.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know, Shmoney now works at the prison, and she is there to pass out meds. She has had 4 overdoses already.
It is stressful as hell. Like,
Oh, she is. What's that?
What?
What's that one flew over the cuckoo's nest? What's the Nurse Ratchet? Nurse Ratchet.
Nurse Ratchet. That really is not her job. I'm just talking shit. So don't y'all go trying to get locked up.
Right,
just
so
to go
come-
get some
come work
attention
with
from
me.
Shmoney.
Nurse Ratchet.
what? I am ratchet though.
I'm done with you.
What?
We gonna work on that.
It's a natural thing.
It is.
The people that know me know. We like that from where like all of us, that's like a natural thing, you know. But I know, see, I'm comfortable here. Like, I could be around people that would never think I've walked the path that I walked and come from where I come from. They, like, never guess. You know?
I think everybody should be like that, though. Personally, and what I mean by that is, you should be mysterious enough to where people don't really know.
Right. You got to know what hat to wear and what room you in.
Right.
So,
And some people can't do that.
right.
Well, in most cases,
I
I'm
used to
always
not be
wearing my
able to.
LA hat.
You gotta learn.
I used to not be able to because
skill.
because I was so stuck in the mindset of, oh, I need to be my authentic self. And I matured and I'm like, just because I'm wearing a different hat don't make me not being my authentic self.
Yeah, I
It's
was about to say,
just-
you should still be able to be yourself.
Exactly, right? And I realized that, you know, and being yourself everywhere you go really gets you,
It opens up different doors.
it opened up different doors. It gets you way longer. You know what I mean? Like, it's
You
different.
get more of different
It opened up
You get- and you
different
get more
doors. It gets
authenticity
you
from people
way
when you be your
longer.
authentic
You know what I
you
mean?
yourself,
Right.
people can then start to feel like, okay, I can
Right.
feel like you get more.
Right.
So
Because
that's,
people-
and that's what I try to do.
Right. Because people can pick up when you like.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Good, because you weird
Oh yeah.
and you switch. You know, you kind of don't make sense in the sense. And it's just like, you kind of contradict yourself or you're weird, you know, because you got to keep up to par with whatever
You
it
gotta keep
is.
the facade.
The
up, whatever that is,
facade.
whatever that may
Exactly.
be.
Exactly.
And that's crazy that you say that because I know we not friends on social media, but I did say that on one of my posts on social media probably 3 weeks or a month ago. Like just keep showing up as your authentic self. Like in every room, if you show up as yourself, you should be fine.
And it's crazy because, like, that is difficult for some people, maybe most people.
Yeah, most people.
Because a lot of people don't feel as if they should feel accepted. Some rooms can be intimidating, you know, to some people, which means you don't have enough confidence in yourself, you know, because that's where intimidation from. I don't believe anybody can intimidate me because I'm strong in myself. Usually people want to pin me as the person that intimidates.
Well, I'll definitely challenge you on that. And what I mean by that is not saying that you're not confident, but when you're in a room and when you're in an environment with people that you do aspire to be like, there should be a sense of that.
I know what you mean.
So if you haven't been in that room yet,
I agree.
you still got a little bit of ways to go to get to
Right.
that room.
Oh, no, I for sure do.
We all do though.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't at our
Right.
final destination.
Right.
We ain't where our last resting place or you know. So
You know, I'm
we
a
should be
little
staying
younger
up.
than you, so
I'm sure.
I'm getting to that point. You know, I am that those type of doors opening. That's where that's my next step. I'm like in it already. I'm like damn near like at the doorstep.
I think the key to that, and that a lot of that's personal growth, right? But and that's what a lot of it is. Like your doors start to open up when you become more self-aware.
Bring your
Right.
mic a little closer.
your doors open up when you become more self-aware, right? And people run away from that part.
Oh, you're telling me.
Well, we all have been there at some point.
Right.
We all have. The only ones that get through
Even-
that faster are the ones that intentionally.
It's finally here. Shotgun wedding.
That's what I was, teaching my members the other day. We were talking about self-awareness. Because a breakdown of emotional intelligence, right? On how where your emotions stem from. Because a lot of people don't even know how to identify what they're feeling. They feel and they react, But when you self-aware, you gotta basically like turn your eyeballs inside out and scan your body. You need to like self-regulate. You need to evaluate yourself.
I think
Be
the
aware
easiest,
how you are.
Right. I think the easiest way to do that self-awareness piece is always reflection, right? Like if you
Right.
can reflect,
Right.
think about what you did, what
Right.
a situation, what somebody else did, how that made you act, how that make you act, how
Right.
that make you feel, right?
Right.
That's the only time you can start to realize like, okay, I need to change in some ways, right? Or grow in some areas.
Right.
But again, some people, on one of my social media posts I made a few weeks ago, some people don't care about shit. And those are the most dangerous people to be around. Like you don't want to be around somebody that don't
I
care.
used to be like that.
And you don't want to be around that kind of person.
It was so
Person's always like,
unhealthy.
nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, nah, I don't care about that. I don't care. Like, you don't want to be around that kind of person because it is unhealthy. They bring that energy to every environment that they're in. So they tarnish every situation because that's their energy. I don't want that. I don't care. I don't even care. If something happen, I don't care.
Right.
Whatever. Like, no.
Right.
You should care. You should be caring about some stuff. You should be caring about what rooms you in because you don't want to go in every room.
Right.
Every
Right.
room don't actually deserve your
Right.
presence. Like,
Right.
see, and that be people problem. They be like, well, I just want to go. Well, every room don't deserve your presence.
Right.
You want to be there so bad. And then you get there and it's a whole fucked up situation.
Yep.
Like, damn, I shouldn't have went.
Yep.
Because you probably shouldn't have went from the jump.
And 9 times out of
You
10,
had that gut feeling from the jump and you went against your intuition.
and there was it for me. I feel like there's always something that happens. There's some type of obstacle, even if it's small, which is giving you a sign.
Right,
that
like you shouldn't be
that-
doing
no,
it. Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like,
And motherfuckers will still jump
Do
that
it.
hoop and then do it.
and then want to blame, or say something afterwards when it's like, but you already knew. Just because nobody told you, said, don't
Right,
go where
right,
you're going.
right.
You know what I mean? You're an adult at the end of the day. You choose to disregard. That's your choice. But then don't blame nobody else. You know what I mean?
So do you
for it.
think? So that being said, do you think adults, innately make good decisions or bad decisions?
It depends still on the type of person that you are. You can be an adult, but still with the mindset that you had at 18, right?
Absolutely.
You can be an adult and having the mindset of a freaking 12-year-old, right? It all depends on the person because you'd expect. Yes, I would expect adults to make the right decision because you're old enough. Even if you came from a good life, you've walked something through your path to where you should know right from wrong. Just
So that's a different statement though. Right from wrong is a moral thing. Making a decision isn't always on a moral compass.
All right,
I
so
understand that.
we got some comments here. Marcy says someone who doesn't want to love you but also doesn't want to lose you is a serious mindfuck.
oh yeah,
That's called manipulation.
right. I was just finna say that.
That is very
Unfortunately.
manipulative.
Yeah.
I was just
and you don't want to be with somebody that wants to. Their sole purpose of being with you is manipulation. Are you good if you put it out? You good?
I want
If you want to hit it, you go
I
hit
want to eat,
it.
but if you want to eat it,
Eat the blunt.
you know what I mean. Shut up.
Sorry.
Yes. But this is what I deal with him. Seriously. You know what I meant, though.
You can't make a mistake.
You know what I meant?
Yeah. I know what you meant. You good. But yeah, you said her name was Sherry.
Sherry, Shmoney.
No, not
Oh, Marcy. Her name is Marcy.
I'm sorry, Marcy. I apologize, Marcy. Yeah, that's called manipulation. And so If you got somebody in your life that's like that or that won't cut you off, it's time for you to make the decision
You
to
gotta
cut them off. Yep, it's for you to make the decision to cut them off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's usually Freaky Friday has officially begun. Shmoney and Demetrius are getting along quite well. They both kind of in the same field in life. And before we even go any further, boom, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Truth or Drink. Every Saturday at noon, you will catch the new episode of Truth or Drink. We will be playing that here shortly, where I pull a couple cards and let them answer some questions. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Right?
If you would like to tune in and be a part of Truth or Drink,
But there ain't nothing.
then just go ahead and make sure to hit me in the DMs, whether it be the Mr. Go Get 'em or the nocappreacts, wherever we're at on all social medias. Go ahead and hit me up, and we can set it up. So I actually bring the game to you. All you need to do is I'll be coming to wherever you're at. All you got to do is have your favorite drink. I provide the game. Turn on the cameras, and we just go. It's all fun. It is Truth or Drink. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Mm-hmm. So 602-736-6660. Don't be afraid to call in. Marcy said that was an ex. How long was you with said ex, Marcy? I think you should call in. 602-736-6660. We see that you are a regular on here and you do comment, we definitely appreciate that. You are, damn, Shmoney.
Yes.
We need to give our viewers a name or something. Cause they family. They tune in every week.
100%.
We need to get them some sort of name.
Let's ponder.
What should we call them?
I said let's ponder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's ponder.
I don't know.
You ain't got nothing off the top of the dome?
No, I don't.
You back there feeding your face.
No Cap reacts.
Like, the first thing that popped in my head was trash.
Was trash?
Huh? Call them trash?
No.
Damn, we gonna call them you trash? Damn. And today my trashers is talking back to us.
Hey.
The first thing that popped in my head was trash.
Oh, okay.
Not the word trash. I'm saying it was trash. It was bad. It was corny, not good.
The word.
Garbage.
Oh,
It was
so
garbage.
the first thing you thought about was trash.
Right, got you.
Yeah, not trash, but trash.
I'm sorry.
Who's gonna be the first person to call in tonight? 602-736.
Not gonna embarrass myself.
6660. Go ahead and give us a call. Let's go. The phone lines are definitely open. And well, y'all already know, if you don't call me, I will call. You are live on the air. You do not have to give your name. You can stay anonymous.
Awesome.
How you doing?
Not too bad. What's the topic tonight?
What is the top? Well, see, it's Friday night, so we technically don't do topic. It's Freaky Friday, so you call in and you can tell a story. We do have the most eligible bachelor in Arizona on the couch today. You can go ahead and ask him some questions as well. You can
What's
promote.
the tallest lady he has ever dated?
What's the tallest lady he has ever dated?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, and how did that make him feel?
I would say the tallest lady that I've ever dated
What's
was
the tallest tree you ever climbed?
I would say probably 5'9", 5'10".
That's it?
Yeah, I don't think I've dated anybody 6 foot or taller.
I at one point in time dated a chick. She was 6'2".
I said date.
She was 6'2" and a lawyer.
I did say date, but I am not intimidated by taller women at all. That does not bother me. I'm almost 6 feet myself, so I don't think that really bothers me at all.
Okay, so me being 6'2" isn't going to bother you
I
then.
was just going to say that.
No.
I was just going to say that.
You don't happen to be a lawyer, do you?
Again, I haven't dated somebody that tall, but That's all
But
I'll
you've
say.
had fun with somebody that taught us what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
So you
Absolutely.
Okay, so you played in the trees.
No.
Yeah, I like to play in trees. Yeah, absolutely. Trees are good.
I love trees.
Yeah, trees are good. Trees are, they give life.
So
100%.
And I had a comment as well about the narcissism and all the stuff we're talking about as well.
okay.
That all you have to do is have one ex that's a narcissist, and you can spot them left and right.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing, because do we understand what a narcissist is? Because that is a a word that is used on a regular basis that isn't usually speaking of narcissists. Because a narcissist is someone that is purely in love with themselves, whereas what most women describe to be a narcissist is someone that is really displaying a psychotic mental disorder.
What would
I
that
knew
be?
it.
Yeah, correct. I think probably what
knew
I
it.
deal with,
I always
dealt
said
with
it.
probably is more a mental disorder.
Yeah,
I
and you
always
do
said
now.
it.
You do have a narcissistic mental disorder, but it only affects about 200,000 people. It is very rare.
Correct. I probably was dealing with more of a mental disorder
I just think that narcissism
in my
is
ex.
used
So,
incorrectly
you know.
often.
Yeah, narcissist. Somebody said narcissism on a TV show, and a lot of women have ran with that. But in order to be in order to be a narcissist or have narcissistic traits, it is very medical. You have to be literally diagnosed with it. But
Right. I think the manipulation is easier to see after you date someone or is around someone that is very manipulative. Whether they're narcissistic or have a mental disorder, they all seem to be very manipulative.
yeah, now you do have a lot of men that are and women that are really they just haven't grown up, and they do have what are literally psychotic episodes.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. I think that was myself and my ex, and it's
I'll
really
agree.
easy to spot
I
anymore.
would not agree at all.
And then they use a level of manipulation to control you, but that is mainly out of pure selfishness. And well, the world that we live in today, well, people are dating backwards. They're learning how to date as they date. So there's a lot of fucking up in the process. Unfortunately, parents didn't raise husbands and wives. They raised good citizens and manipulators because they manipulated the hell out of their parents.
Or their parents were manipulative to begin with.
Well,
They learned it from us.
That too. A lot
Yeah.
of single women
Yeah.
raised the man they never had, and yeah, it's not a good thing. And the independent movement of that started in the '60s and '70s has given a whole totally different level of entitlement on both sides that makes it to where, unfortunately, as men and women, we can't agree on the simple things. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things at play here, though.
Well, what do you
We're
think?
emotional.
What do you think
No, no.
plays there?
Emotion.
Well, I think that's at play. I think it's society in general as well. I don't think it's one side or the other. I think there's a lot of addictions going on. I mean, I think it's just a multifaceted problem we have going on.
I mean, the biggest addiction in the world that I see right now is money. Money is the biggest addiction that's out here, and everybody's doing a lot of different
For
things
sure.
for monetary gain. But what happens is you are willing to burn far too many bridges and not relationship build for something that is absolutely going to do nothing for you. And unfortunately, the people that are chasing money are not getting to the bag by any means whatsoever. So it changes the dynamic when back in the day we were doing things for traditional reasons, for our last name, for legacy, for family, whereas now everybody wants to do everything for money. And if there's no money involved, well, you're out. What y'all think back there? Let's get your professional opinion.
I don't have. Yeah, I'm only a professional in the working space, so I can only give you an opinion. I think she initially was talking about narcissism in an ex relationship, and that kind of went into a whole different tangent. But to go back to her original point, I think that the word narcissism, one, is misused often, not just often. Period. And then two, some people are just in relationships insecure. And unfortunately, their insecurity comes out in a bunch of different ways. And usually for men, insecurity, it comes out as possessive and controlling. And so if you're dealing with someone that's in that kind of space, and he's using that possession or controlling and manipulative,
Yeah, well, I absolutely was. I was for sure.
Right. And so,
Right.
unfortunately, that's what that probably was.
So let me ask you this, Colin. Do you think you have healed from that?
Say it again.
Do you think you have healed from that past relationship of manipulation and control?
I do. And I think when I healed was when I finally figured out what my part in the whole thing was.
So what do you think your part in that was? Because, what do you think your part
Boundary.
in that was?
Just going to let us know.
What was it?
If I would have been able to hold those boundaries that should have been held, I don't think we would have been together nearly as long as we were.
How long were they together?
So how long were you together?
10 years.
How long have they not been together?
She can hear you.
The first 5 years weren't too bad, but the last 5 were just kind of awful.
How long have you not been together?
6 years.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's enough time. That is enough time to heal.
Okay, so the question.
Right.
Have you
And I moved and I started my new life, and I've done a lot of the work that needed to be done.
Have you dated since then?
I've went on a few dates, but every dude seems to be like a deal breaker dude. It's they have something with them that I just can't tolerate, and I'm just out.
So are you not? Excuse me. Are you not being flexible?
Well, I think there are certain things that are deal breakers.
What are deal breakers?
Like for me, if you smoke cigarettes, deal breaker.
I agree.
There's certain things that are deal breakers, and I don't think it's being inflexible. It's you have to actually be divorced.
What are your top 3 deal breakers?
I agree on that one too.
Yeah.
No smoking cigarettes, and you must be divorced or single.
They're pretty decent. They're not unreasonable expectations that I'm asking for.
All right, what's the third deal breaker? What's the third one?
Third deal breaker is you have to kind of have your shit together. I mean, at my age, I'm
together?
51.
What's together?
Have your money straight, have your kids straight, have your life in order to where you have time or you have the energy. And
how are those things?
My life is straight.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Can you give what you're asking?
Yeah,
for?
my life is straight. I got everything. I got it all right.
What do you require in a man besides making sure that his finances are in order? Because if his finances are in order, the other parts of his life are probably in some sort of order. Because usually finances are the last thing people get in order in general. So if his finances are in order, he's probably got some shit in order.
Especially in a man.
Especially in a man. I'm saying that as a man that's got his finances in order, and it wasn't always that way. So you got to learn. So, but what outside of that,
exactly,
what does that look like for you?
I took the time. Well, I took the time to get my stuff in order, and he needs to be, I need a guy that can communicate.
So communication.
That I can communicate with, that I can trust.
I love that statement. But do you know the number of adults that can actually effectively communicate well on a percentage?
I agree. There's very few, and that's my problem.
It's like 10%. It's bad. It's that bad.
I know.
It's like 10% of adults can effectively communicate. So that means the other 90.
I would agree.
And so, it's on a wide scale.
Okay, so I do have this question. In the dating market, what is the age range of man that you are looking at or looking for?
or interested
I
in?
have had the most success with men that are younger than myself because they tend to be able to communicate better than men my own age.
Okay, so
Men my own age tend to be like angry.
You
I don't
can't
know. I
teach
just get that
so
feeling
you.
across the
hold
board.
on. What is the age range?
That's a good question.
I would say 35 to 45.
35 to 45. Okay, so if you're going for a man of 35 to 45, should he have children already, or do you want him with no children?
For me at 35 is 42.
As long as he takes care of his own children, I don't care either way. I'm not going to have children with anybody at this point.
Okay, and when you say have his finances straight, most women tend to want a man on her level or above her level. So, what is the minimum amount of money that he needs to make?
And that's a real question.
50,000 a year. 50,000 a year.
What?
50,000 a year.
Girl, you better go up.
Well, hold on. Let's stop. Because I think we're getting crazy here, right? And the reason why I say that is
That we're getting crazy.
we are, because the top 15% of people in the country make like 90,000 and above. It's not as big as y'all think the number.
50,000 is actually the average man makes anywhere between $32,000 to $45,000. So to ask for a man that's making 50,000 or more, you are actually making that is above average male. And then you're also wanting a man that's above average to have his life in order, to have his children in order, not smoke, and treat you like, I'm pretty sure you want to be treated like the queen princess that you are, correct?
I'm going to be treated like a equal partner.
Okay, so okay, so let me ask you these. I have to. Do you want a man that's in shape or out of shape?
I want a man who's healthy.
So in shape, because in order to be healthy, you got to be in shape. There's no such thing as out of shape and healthy. Okay.
Right. I don't want someone in the obese category, but if they're overweight, as long as they're healthy, I'm okay with overweight.
Okay, and you're 6'2", so you want a man to be taller than you or equivalent to you?
There is no requirement in their height as long as they're okay with theirs.
Okay, so that this is what I want. I'm gonna kind of break this down to you a little bit, okay? So you want a man that is healthy, which is basically going to be in shape, between the ages of 35, 40.
45.
35, 45, okay? Making $50,000 a year or more and have his life in order. And these are the things that he has to be in order to meet your requirements. Now, as I said earlier, women tend to want to date a man that is at their level or above. Now, to be treated like an equal, that means he cannot be above, which means you are not looking for a man that is better than you, which that's the only way it's going to be equal. Now, keep this in mind. If you have a man that is coming into a relationship where you're saying it's equal is 6 months out of the year you're paying the mortgage, 6 months out of the year he pays the mortgage. 6 months out of the year, you're paying the car payment. 6 months out of the year, you're paying the car payment. Like, everything is equal, right? Now, answer this question.
Yeah.
What business in the world that you know of today has an equal partnership in the business that is profitable?
It's profitable?
Correct.
I don't know. I haven't done the research.
Correct. Every business has a CEO. There has to be a leader. If everything is equal, unfortunately, you are bound to fail. When the hard decisions come, if it's equal, who makes the decisions?
Well,
I think that should be a consultative thing, though. Like I should, as a man, I should talk to my woman
if I
about
make
what
the
that may
decisions
be.
on money, but he makes the decisions on kids, and I make, there can be different people that make different decisions in the relationship and still have certain people in charge of certain things.
Okay, so it's really not a charge thing, and the reason that I say that is this is the thing. In a relationship, it's never actually 50-50, nor is it equal. Sometimes it's going to be 60-40.
Oh, I agree with you on
Sometimes
that.
it's
I
going to
agree
be
with you that.
80-20. Sometimes it's going to be 90-10. Sometimes it's going to be 30-70.
Yeah, I agree.
There's going to be fluctuations up and down. And I think a lot of people are stuck on this equal and everything needs to be equal.
That sucks.
But it's never going to be equal because that equals unhappiness. Just to be honest.
Yes.
You're not going to be happy with equal because you want a man that you
Let
love
that man
and
do his
respect,
thing.
and that man can actually lead you in life, and you want a leader. And as a woman, most women all want
Go sit
leaders.
back cooking for some clothes,
So
girl.
if you are going after a man
And
that
have
you
no
feel
business
like
on
is
the
going to
side.
be
We're the
equal
outside,
to
but-
you, you're not going to respect that man. Therefore, you're not going to keep that man, which is, I'm probably going to say, you're going for just what you're asking for. A bunch of equal men, but they're equal. They're just that. They're just equal to you, and you aren't interested in them.
Well, here's one thing I will say: a man that's financially stable. Let me be honest. $50,000 in Arizona
With children.
is not financially stable. That's not enough money, unfortunately. Right? And I'm a single man without children. Right? And I'll start by saying that. But he can still have his finances in order if he is very disciplined, though. With that being said, if he is disciplined, he can still have his finances in order. And so the thing is, a man that is in his 30s that is making a substantial amount of money, he's going to want a woman that's probably making a substantial amount of money also.
Yes.
And so a man that's also making a substantial amount of money is probably in some sort of position of power, whether it's at his job or whether it's him being an entrepreneur, etc. Because you typically don't make that kind of money just being a regular employee at most companies.
Right.
And so
Right.
that man is used to being a leader typically. And so if you can't allow him to lead because you're wanting everything to be equal, back to what Bailey was saying, if
You're
you
going
want
to disqualify yourself.
automatically. And I say that because I had an issue in a relationship with someone that was exactly like that. Everything was competitive. And I couldn't have it. If you're not a man, it's okay to let him take on some of the tasks that may be a little bit more daunting. But the thing is, on both sides, if the relationship is not equal in the communication, if the relationship is not equal, not saying that what you bring to the table is equal, but if the relationship is not from a place where you feel valued, you feel loved, and you have communication, all of those other things are going to be obsolete, right? So really what I would really say is, if you're looking for someone that may fit some of the needs that you're wanting, I would actually wait for it to come to me.
And what would that look like?
I honestly think it's probably going to be somebody that's closer to your age range, opposed to the younger men that you've probably been talking to recently.
And a lot of the younger men in modern day society right now, yeah, the younger men are looking more for this 50-50 relationship, but that's also because for the most part, they aren't really pushing themselves to be the best man
I don't do
that
50-50.
they could be.
It's not supposed
Most
to.
men,
I got my own everything. So if you come in to deal with me, I have my own everything.
and that's another thing is what you have to understand is
But when you're married,
you
I
as
can
a
cook,
woman,
I can clean, I have my own house, I have my own car, I have my own career.
you as a
I come with
woman
everything. So you
have
gotta
a
come to the table.
requirement of finances. Men, especially men that have made themselves into something and make something significant in life, have zero requirements of their woman because we are natural providers. And as a natural provider, that man is willingly, gladly ready to take you in and take you on if he truly loves you. And I think that in modern day dating today, right now, I think that is something that is missed is that there's a lack of understanding that men are natural providers. You as a woman, if you have to take care of a man, you have a time limit because that's not your natural role.
And that's not the man you should be with.
And definitely
Right,
not the
right. I
man
agree
should
with
be
you. That's kind of one of my deal breakers there is if he doesn't, yeah, that's kind of one of the things I don't want to do as well.
Okay, so then I want you also to take this with you. $50,000 is not enough.
It's just not.
Especially if you're saying you're dealing with men that you're okay with them having children. That's not even enough for him.
It's barely enough for
It's
him.
barely enough for him and his children. So for him to come into your life, so you're unfortunately gonna put yourself in an upper epsilon of caliber of men, and then you have to ask yourself, because clearly we can't see who you are or what you look like or anything such as that. But then, are you desired by this type of man that is gonna be closer to the 6-figure range? Do you meet his metrics in looks? Do you meet his metrics in emotional stability? And do you meet his needs as, again, he's going to be a natural leader? Are you feminine? Are you more in the masculine stage to where he may feel like you're going to make him compete in every conversation, any decisions that he makes, when at the end of the day, he doesn't have to choose that, because a man that's making a significant amount of money, well, he can go out and grab any 21 to 25-year-old that has no problem shutting up and being pretty.
And it's not really about the even shutting up and being pretty part of it, right? Really more so it's the first part about not challenging him or understanding how to challenge a man that is in that category, because there is a way to challenge a man that is in that category.
It's
but
healthy. It's got to be
that
healthy.
is a good, healthy way.
Yep.
But unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that because, again, communication.
So what would that
is
look
not
like?
good. That's a good question.
That's a whole nother different conversation because it's going to be different for every man.
Well, it would be, and now that's also situational, right?
Yeah, different for every
But
man.
if you want me to be honest with you, like for me, like if I'm out in public and I'm out with my woman and we're out doing something, and let's say there's an altercation with a waiter or a manager at somewhere we're at, right? And I'm actually visibly upset. The best way for her to probably check me is to actually probably come up to me and rub me on my shoulders and say, "Hey, this is not the right time for that."
She hung up.
Hey, you need to. Hey, right? Maybe let's
Right.
let's handle it diplomatically first,
Right.
and we can get angry in the car
Right.
later,
Right.
right? Because then it just makes me think like, "Oh, you're right." Right now I'm not thinking about the reaction. Now I'm thinking about, okay, my woman's here. She's giving me that soothing touch. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably here. She realizes that. And I probably need to
We
break
lost
it down.
Marcy. Hold on, Marcy. Let me do something. Somehow, some
So
way,
there's ways to
it
do that.
went off.
But I feel like my ex-girlfriend used to always challenge me and be hostile. It's like, okay, I don't need that.
Okay.
I'm a man. I don't need you to be hostile with me. That ain't gonna do nothing for me but make me more hostile.
Okay.
It's gonna make me more hostile.
Right.
As men, if you throw hostility at a man is gonna throw hostility back, and our hostility, for the most part, comes across as violent.
You're aggressive.
And aggression, and then that's where it's no longer a healthy situation.
No, then y'all fighting every day.
Correct. Then
Somebody
it's a
going to
fight.
jail.
Yep. Well,
Press
I would
charges
hope-
and
I
then
would
you
hope.
I was gonna say,
I hope
because
that's not happening.
as a man, if he is in control of himself, there's definitely not going to be any jail.
Yeah, not that.
Because men
I'm
don't
leaving.
put their hands
I'm
on
leaving.
women.
I'm leaving.
An emotional man is actually who puts his hands on women, which is
Yeah.
why I keep saying I
But
understand.
there's so many of those type of
It
men
is.
out
And you're
here.
correct though. You're
A
actually
lot of
correct.
That's why I'm
men-
like
Correct.
saying like
Well,
But
to be honest with you, to learn to not be emotional,
Needs to
it's a
be
learned
raised by
thing.
men.
It's a learned thing, one, and it's very hard to actually unlearn because you gotta unlearn.
You gotta unprogram
You
yourself.
gotta unlearn the
Right.
pattern, the
100%.
behavior, and then you gotta learn the best way. And guess what? In order to change an emotional person, they have to become communicative because that's the only thing that stops them from wanting to feel like they're emotional. Most emotional people can't get their words out, can't communicate, right? So in order to reprogram somebody that's emotional, you got to make them communicative. They got to now communicate.
100%.
So that's hard for a lot of people,
100%.
you know?
Yes, it is.
And so,
Right.
Communication rules the nation.
all right, you got me.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just too wet.
So, thank you. Clearly, that was Marcy for calling in. Thank you, Marcy, for calling in. We definitely appreciate that. That's a good conversation. Sorry we lost you. I'm seeing here that somehow this came untethered to the system. Trying to get this back up and running.
Okay.
What y'all back there talking about?
Good.
Stay up there.
There you go.
Look at Tit and Tat back there.
Hey, she listened. I like her.
I'm weak. I'm so weak. You know, that is hilarious, actually, that you said that.
Yeah,
She
'cause you
said
probably don't
it's
listen all the
Marcy said it's something to think about for sure. Well, I'm glad we gave you something to think about. One thing about this particular show is what we want to do is we want to bring a lot of awareness to people when it comes to dating dynamics. People don't truly understand that in order to date, there has to be a healthy level of common respect, first and foremost. People need to learn to respect each other. The second thing that they need to understand is, well, you have to understand your mate. In a man's world, we absolutely have no choice but to know how a woman works because we date you. We pursue you. We are the hunters. As women, you guys don't necessarily have to 100% know how men work because you don't chase us.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we still don't need to know, because actually we do, because we're emotional beings. So being able to understand men better and understanding your man better, it should definitely help the emotional part, because women being so emotional is a big theme when it comes to men. You know,
So I
a lot
think
of
it's
men don't wanna
hard
tolerate.
I think it's hard for a lot of women to even get to a place where they can begin to really understand their man, because you're correct. They have to work through all of that emotion. And that's usually not easy. Because a woman can get emotionally derailed quickly. And it can be anything that'll make her emotionally get derailed. And don't let it be her time of the month or any, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be so many variables with the woman and their emotional. You're right. Right? The hardest part, and this is probably, I'll speak for myself because I can't say that I'll speak for all men, but I would probably say a man's perfect woman, and I'm not talking looks or status or finances, a man's probably perfect woman is a woman who can communicate with him, but who is logical. Because if he can meet a woman that's logical and that can communicate, they can work through a lot of things that may be considered issues to other relationships and couples, and they can work through that without them being problems.
I agree.
So true. So true.
But unfortunately, it's hard to find a logical woman.
But that's because a lot of them haven't been taught to be logical.
Right. And some aren't. And you can meet some. And no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Those are the ones I love.
Hold on, we're gonna take a real quick break real quick.
like
Make
them
sure
others.
you like and subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the thumbs up. All right, we back.
Oh, you back.
That was just a little quick hit. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like the damn channel. If you're on Facebook, like the channel. Hit the chats. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you think. Let us know where you're at. Currently, for some reason, one way or another, the phone line went down. I gotta pull it back up somehow. Give us about 1 minute real quick. Gotta reset the amp.
Who is that on the flyer? The fake girl.
For that,
Yeah, because ain't nobody calling in. Ain't
well, I
nobody
took
on
the
chat.
phone number down because the it went offline, so I'm gonna try to pull it back up. I had to reset the mixer.
I've been single for so long.
Man, you single by choice.
I enjoy it.
There we go. Phone line is back to working. All right, we can put it back up. Yep, go ahead and
But I'm not really single, but I
you want to 602-736-6660. It is Freaky Friday. We would like to hear some nice little freaky stories. Man, she said she was 6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah, I done climbed a tree or 2 or 4.
So that's another thing. Do you think? I think that might also kind of work against it because there are a lot of men out here that are intimidated by a taller woman.
Need a hot toddy.
You're right about that.
A lot of men don't like to climb trees, and then she also has
See, if you 6'2", you gotta have good legs though. If you ain't got good legs, you wasting that 6'2".
But
So.
yeah, but at 6'2".
So I like the 6'2s and the 6'1s, but you gotta have thigh. I'm an ass and thigh man.
Yeah, you
So
gotta have
that.
I don't call them thighs. Them is earmuffs.
I'm weak.
Yeah, because I'm laying there. Listen, I lay on it all.
He said I lay on it all.
I'm serious. I am a cuddling ass nigga when I'm in a relationship.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
I knew you were that.
Why? Why? What does that mean?
He said, what does that mean?
Yeah, because I'm not really a sign person, but I'll listen to what you're saying.
So, just the way you communicate, you stand your ground and you make it clear, like.
This nigga put his feet in the sand, plant it, throw water on it until it turned into concrete.
Like.
He used to scare the hell out of people in the office. They thought he was like serious about to beat their ass, and it's like he just being him. Chill out.
When you said.
I always been that, and I was young too, boy.
Yeah.
When Bailey asked us to respond and you went and you said, well, that didn't really answer our initial question and we just went off on a whole
It was
tangent.
a whole
but
tangent. It was like, well,
that,
society.
that
and
whole
it's like,
energy, that whole comment, like, I was like, okay, he is Sagittarius or he a Capricorn or something like that. Because you just did it. All the other signs I, went through. I was like, no, I thought about Libra. But
Not the signs. Oh my
she
god.
definitely was already reading me as far as what kind of signs she's on. Because clearly she's explaining that right now.
It's all about the signs. It's all about the signs.
Yeah, because it helps you to understand the type of person that they are. And especially when you don't know the person, it's just like, okay, you kind of get to know what you're dealing with before you get to know what you're dealing with. It's not a judgment, it's an understanding.
I ain't mad at it.
But when you did that, I was like, oh, he is Sagittarius or Capricorn.
Yeah, Sagittarius.
And then you did it again to the other lady.
What, the lady on the phone?
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to take you all the way back. He said, get back over here. No, I'm sorry. He said,
Get over here!
Stupid.
602-736-6660. Who got a freaky story for Freaky Friday? Who got a freaky story for Freaky Friday? I'm about to pull out these cards, though.
Yeah, you might have to pull those cards out.
Time to pull out the cards, though. Truth the drink. All right.
We ain't really drinking, but
Yeah. No.
Yeah, today is just going to be truth or
Truth.
truth. Truth. All right. So, what is the best compliment you've ever gotten on your sexual performance? Start with you, Demetrius.
Oh,
What is the best compliment you've ever gotten on your sexual performance?
so it was his doctor. I'm gonna leave it at that. But she told me, you can have it anytime you want it. I think that let me know. I think that let me know right there that I was doing something, right?
So you gave her a physical, and she was more than happy with it. Is what you're saying?
She said, you can have it anytime you want it. Hey, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
What is the best compliment you've ever gotten on your sexual performance?
That's kind of hard for women, for sure.
No, it's not. It's actually really easy.
You think dudes just be like, yeah.
How many niggas
You could just tell.
You got some
from,
good
like,
pussy. You got some of the
Well,
best
yeah,
pussy
I've
ever
gotten
been.
that.
Yeah, but if you
like,
got that,
like,
that's normal
always,
then. If something.
You know, like the shit. People, the girls always.
But what's a
say.
compliment? What's an off the wall compliment that you ain't never gotten before?
Okay, a guy asked me to rate him.
To rate him?
Yeah.
That's not a compliment. That's just an ego
And
trip.
then, but he rated,
it wasn't
and
really-
he
he
rated
was ego
me.
tripping
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? But like,
I don't
but
think I
that's,
would
that's
ever-
the craziest one I've gotten. Like that threw me off.
I don't think I would
And I
ever
was
ask a
truthful with
woman.
him.
Yeah,
how
he a,
good I am.
hey, he a
I
lame
told
for
him
that.
6, and his feelings was hurt.
Yeah, he a lame for
Yeah,
that.
because he was looking for you to boost his ego.
He definitely was a 6. Even
That's-
just asking that question.
That's
What
weak
type
nigga
of,
shit.
yeah, what?
That's weak game.
And 6 was
lame
being
ass-
generous.
kind of lame ass dude ask who rate me. What?
I was like, that's insecure as fuck.
I'll put it to you this way. If I give it to you once and you let me come back again, that's all the rating I need.
Thank you. If you want repeat
rating.
service,
Fuck a rating.
if you come
I mean, I'm
if
trying
you
to
come
get-
to Casa de
I'm trying to
Bailey
go back.
and you want repeat service,
Yeah.
I know no ifs, ands, and buts about
I
it.
laid it down.
You got exactly
Yeah.
what you
What
need.
you came for.
Yep.
God damn it.
And you want to come back for more.
Exactly.
Yep. When
What I actually find is crazy is because you only find this out in conversations with the women that you encounter and talk to. A lot of women like don't be coming or have a dude don't be, that's kind of strange to me.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Like,
strange to me.
it is because like
I thought that
and
was
it's
the whole.
really
I thought that was
sad.
the whole purpose.
You're right. It's really sad. to
Am I
see.
wrong, Bailey?
no.
It's sad because like a lot of girls I met, they've talked about like, oh,
I only gotta do it to myself. Like I gotta do it to myself. I gotta make myself come, even after niggas do it.
Right.
Huh?
Right. And it's like
I don't get it.
you don't say nothing.
It's.
I ain't gonna lie. There has been a couple times where I didn't complete the mission. I'm not gonna stunt.
Everybody has that.
It has happened, but
It was in your moment.
it has happened. But that usually only happens because of situational shit. But if you're into somebody, like if you're actually into the person that you're sleeping with and you're into them, you're gonna want to make sure that they get pleased.
Right.
So I don't really be understanding that.
Right.
So I'm gonna go back on my tangent because I've said this before.
Oh yeah, here we go.
If you niggas is out here calling yourself laying down pipe,
Oh man.
but unfortunately her pipe don't leak,
Yeah, something's wrong.
then you are weak. You are not a plumber. You are not Mario or Luigi. The key purpose as a man is to please your woman.
Period.
Okay? The fact that you just gonna get on top of her and play jumping jack flash and
Get out of there.
and you get in and you get out like a robbery, you are a disservice to the human race.
Yeah, man.
You are the number one reason
Yeah,
that
man.
real niggas such as myself
Die slowly.
get repeat service
Right.
on a regular basis. Let's put it like that, on a regular basis. If you are not doing your job, you are literally opening the door for another man to come in and
Yeah.
service
You having a problem.
those pipes.
Yeah.
Okay? You either are going to do your job or you should probably stop.
And if the stick don't work that long, you're gonna have to learn to use your tongue for a while. and that's okay. Just you can't tongue everybody though. Like, let's be clear here.
Okay. You should you should definitely master the art of eating the cookie.
You better.
You better get you a good one.
You better.
If that stick don't work too long, you better master that.
Well,
you
no,
better
but
figure it
you
out.
can fix the stick problem. So hey, look, I'm gonna give y'all for my guys that are on here that are quickie by nature.
Yeah, I don't know about.
Okay.
I've had a stick issue once or twice,
What
but
you
that don't
need to
happen
do
often.
is you need to go ahead and go ahead and play dice. Play dice, right? But don't throw it. And right when you get to that feeling, well, now you're gonna play pin the tail on the donkey, and you're gonna hold it until the feeling disappears. When the feeling disappears,
Play
go
dice
back
again.
to playing dice. Okay, it's gonna take a couple months, but you're gonna learn. You're gonna understand that you have
He
a
teaching
male
tricks that I don't know. That's what this
PC
is.
muscle.
This is
We
prison
have a
talk.
male PC muscle. Okay, and as you learn to control that, you will learn to stop yourself from being a geyser, an early geyser.
Yeah, this prison talk because I done got too much coochie in my life. But I ain't heard of this. Roll the dice and squeeze. Roll the dice and squeeze. Like
That is
as a
not
man,
prison talk.
it makes sense because it's like, yeah, if you doing that and it's about to burst and you hold it and you decide,
Oh my
okay, you're
God.
not going there, right?
I'm
You're gonna hold
so
off
weak.
and then that is teaching you. That's teaching you mental fortitude and teaching you how to train yourself, but. Nigga, that's prison talk. Cause I ain't never heard that shit.
So I
That
learned
for
that.
sure sound like prison.
I ain't never heard that shit.
I was actually like 14 when I read that in a red book, and I put it to use, and well, I got a lot of happy customers since then.
I guess it's like prison talk, but I hear you.
It
That
do.
is not no damn prison
It
talk.
do.
Ain't nothing prison about
Yes,
that.
yes, it is. Let me tell you why. Yes, it
Tell
is
us, nigga.
because you have to control it, right?
Yeah.
You in there for a long time. You ain't getting no pussy.
So you working it
So
out. You figuring it out.
Figuring it out.
I gotta go. I gotta wait. I gotta go. I gotta wait. I gotta go. I gotta wait. I gotta go. I gotta
Okay,
wait.
so
Sorry
this
about
is
the
the
road.
thing.
You was
The
doing this
reason-
late at night, and that
the
nigga
reason-
sleep.
the
He
reason-
sleep in the bunk. All right.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The reason that can never be prison
Exactly.
talk.
That's what I was saying.
The reason that can't be prison talk
on this.
is because that's the one place you got to be real quick.
Ooh.
You got COs and cellies and well, you got a bunch of
You might have a point there, I guess.
yeah, you got a bunch of men
It's always
acting as
eyes on
women
you and
running.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
got
always
cameras.
eyes
It's a quick one.
I guess you're right. I guess you got a point there. You might
Marcy
have-
said no pussy or orgasm. She is rolling on the couch.
No what?
No pussy or orgasm. So, yeah, that's just a quick hit for the men. That will at least get you guys in the door to where you can start to control your eruption, your early release.
Marcy said what? No pussy or orgasm.
No pussy or orgasm.
Wait, I don't get that.
Me either. Like she's saying, I don't know. I don't understand.
It
Oh,
does.
you're not getting no pussy and
no
you're not coming. If you're in
orgasm,
jail, you're not
no
getting no
pussy?
pussy and you're not coming.
Oh yeah. Well.
No pussy, no orgasm.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But that'll probably. I could probably last in prison for that fact because I am disciplined in that space.
Yeah.
Like I can go without sex for a long time.
Right.
Now I will say this: I'm very disciplined in that aspect too, and more so in a relationship. Guys, I will say this: if you have a woman that you are truly interested in, and you love, and y'all have already had sex, you want to know what your girl is really about. Stop having sex with her. Because what you're
That's
gonna
hard
do,
though, because that could cause a problem.
She is gonna get mental clarity. You are gonna get mental clarity, and you will find out if your relationship is standing on something that is withstanding,
Other than sex, yeah.
or if you are in a relationship where sex is actually one of the biggest components of, because sex clouds the mind, especially if you got good dick or you're getting good pussy. If you guys can't stand each other, be around each other, or truly bond and communicate,
But that usually comes
you're
from
gonna
the
find out real quick if you take
Well,
sex
no,
off the table.
He's right though. Like sex is a powerful thing,
It is so powerful.
and so if a lot of people be driven in their relationship evolves around that specific thing and act. And so, like he said, like I used to, and I do, and I agree as a man, like every relationship that I've been in long term, I've had to tell my partner, like, hey, there's gonna become a point in time where for a month, I'm not gonna want nothing at all. And I'm telling you, I don't want you to be mad. I don't want you to think that I'm being
like
weird.
that. They don't like
but
that.
But I preface it like I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it always happens.
Women
because when you're in a
don't like to be
relationship,
told no.
when you're in a relationship, right, and it's a long term one, as a man, there's always a point in time where you're like, okay, I gotta grow and I gotta move myself forward. That's gonna help move the relationship forward. And that time and space that you're going through that as a man, it takes a lot of focus because it's a lot of planning, a lot of like, what am I doing next, right? And so when you're going through that in the middle of a relationship, for me, I don't want sex. I'm not focused on it at all. And so I tell them like, yo, like at some point in time, I probably ain't gonna want something for like a month. Like I don't want you to be mad. I don't want you to think that something's weird or that I'm
The
cheating.
first thing they
like,
think is you cheat.
Right.
You
like,
cheat.
I'm
You
just,
got another bitch.
I'm just telling you the truth. Like it's gonna happen. And no matter what, it becomes a problem when it does happen.
And ladies, I understand it's very hard when your man tells you see when the roles is reversed and you reaching over trying to grab some dick and he's like, not tonight. Y'all take that to heart. Y'all hate that shit.
Yeah, boy.
Well, yeah, because
That is horrible. Now
But
y'all
y'all
see,
tell a nigga no in the heartbeat because y'all don't feel like it.
Y'all,
Like,
when the roles is reversed,
I've never said that.
man,
never,
you ain't got no problem telling motherfucker no.
never.
Why would you say no?
Marcy said it comes down to
African man must be
communication.
good.
If
Good
no
luck,
sex,
good for him. Got good.
what about affection?
Man, listen.
So,
That shit used to be annoying, and I used to tell her, like,
Marcy, a woman's version of
gotta ask you
affection
for
and a
sex
man's
for 3
version of affection
weeks?
is different.
That's
come on,
crazy.
yo, like,
That's crazy.
right, like I
You
gotta,
usually tell me I'm the one that's just like,
gotta ask for sex.
All right, so
I've
we got
been
another
asked for
question.
sex. I gotta ask for sex for weeks at a time.
you're supposed to throw it.
Yeah.
Talking to mics.
Oh,
am.
we're talking to each other. Sorry,
Clearly.
sorry.
Everybody they got their own conversation.
We were
going.
sorry.
We're going to give y'all own show. Just
I'm
put a
with
mic in between you.
I ain't saying all that because
All right.
Right.
I ain't driving
I
way
ain't
over
got
here.
the time.
I don't have that.
Do you think you're better suited to open relationship or monogamy? Have you tried each?
Monogamy is one person, right?
Yeah, monogamy is
Right.
one person. Open relationship, we know what that is.
I don't do that shit.
Yeah, I don't do open relationships. Never have. Never will.
Well, a man is never going to share his woman anyway.
Yeah, I don't share. If she's getting somebody else, you can keep that, my boy. That's yours.
He don't share. I don't share.
Yeah, I don't share.
Okay.
When it comes to that, yeah, because I like
you should have a woman who feels the same way.
right that she wants to share you. Yeah,
If your
herself
woman
and
doesn't,
you with
if
other
your
people.
woman doesn't care to share you, then you need to double check.
I mean, to each his own, but
Right,
that's not
because
for
there are
me.
some people that right.
Because like I said, that part to
Sure.
me is now that the age and space that I'm at, like that's sacred. Like I like that part of I enjoy that specific part of being with a woman that I value like that. Like having sex, making love to a woman specifically that I value like that. Like that means something to me. No, you can't nobody else have it. It's mine as long as she with me. It's mine. If she not with me, then it ain't mine no more. But as long as she with me,
Right.
Speaking of making love, what's your playlist?
Me?
If you're making love to your girl, do you have a playlist?
So I do probably. I don't think I got a specific playlist. Like it'll probably be some R&B, but I'm not even gonna lie to you, nigga. It's gonna be some gangster rap in there with somebody fucking in the song, and it's like, yeah, bitch, I was tearing that shit up, and yeah, because then I get a little weird, right?
Bob on my knob.
Yeah, I get in character and shit. I be like, yeah. So, it depends, right? Because this all depends on the partner too. So I think it depends, but I would probably say it usually start with some R&B, unfortunately, because I think slow music always set the mood. But it's definitely gonna be some.
What about you, Shmoney?
I don't know. Like, it's usually either what's like already on. Like, I don't like have a playlist. I don't put on a certain.
Yeah, most women don't start it. The man turns on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Natalia says, I agree. Communication is key. Marcy, I hope you're actually listening to this part of the show because, yeah, even if you think about the playlist, the sex, you see how much is on the man. If it is a equal relationship, you see how much extra work you actually have to put in. These are things that we naturally do.
Yeah, we do because we got to do it.
Yeah. Like, this is why relationships could never be equal. Do you really want to be the one that has to deal with
To set the
a
tone
sexual
music.
playlist?
Yeah, like.
Do you really want to be the one that has to half the time seduce your man and get things going?
And he turn you down sometimes?
Yeah, like, do you really want to be in a situation where you are for sure doing half of the work? That, I'm sorry, I know you guys women don't like that. That's a large caseload for you. It's a large caseload. You don't want 50-50. You might want to reevaluate that right there.
Right.
You
Let him pay the bills, girl.
and I understand that society
That's it.
tells
Let him pay the
women that
bills.
you need to be equal to men. Look, the fact that men are natural providers, we don't need you to be equal to us.
That's the heavy.
Lions, tigers, oh my. Let us kill the beast and do those things while you
Understand, like I don't mind paying the house note or whatever. I don't mind paying the car notes. Like typically, honestly, like people make it seem like it's a big deal, but I'm gonna be honest with you. When you make some money, you realize it ain't that big of a deal, right? A house note and 2 car notes is probably gonna run you like $3,000 a month.
True.
If I'm spending out $3,000 a month, hey, I do want some food. I don't want to argue.
Right.
And yes, I want you to be nasty for me.
Right.
It doesn't have to be difficult.
That actually makes your life easier.
Right.
You don't want to go to work
Right.
and to be stressed out and come home.
Right.
It's cool to let a man go. The thing about it is we go get stressed. We might sit in the driveway for like 10 minutes before we walk in the house to decompress. Y'all think we sitting in the car talking to the girlfriend. We're decompressing. We're letting the day fall off of us because now we want to come in the house and be either husband, boyfriend, daddy, Mr. Nasty, Papi Chulo, all the things that y'all can think,
I'm gonna have
Mr.
to give me
Freak
a Puerto
Nasty,
Rican, boy.
all these different things, all these things that you want. That's what we do in the driveway. We woosah. All we need is 5 to 10 minutes. Because we did the majority of that as we drive home. So.
Yeah, I don't do the decompression time whole situation. Like, I am so big on balance.
Your ass is no children.
Oh, yeah, it's different.
Single.
for me.
It's different.
It's different.
So what?
Wait till he has some kids and he realized he got to go in the house and here. He didn't do his homework. He got in trouble with the teacher.
Yeah, it might be a little different. He right. He might have a point there.
He got basketball.
He might have a point there. He
He's
might have a point there.
off for the video games. Whoop him, but don't beat his ass too bad. Or put him on punishment. Or already got on to him. Like, there's a whole long list of things that you're going to start to hear when you become daddy. Like, when you're daddy, it's a whole totally different level. I'd gladly go back to the days where I ain't had no goddamn kids.
See, and that's where I differ, right? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I would enjoy that space.
No, I enjoy it fully.
And the reason why I say that
the
is
space where
here's the reason
you get to just,
hear me
like you
out,
said,
though.
you don't have to decompress.
I agree with you in that space, right? But the reason why I say that is, like, at this age and stage, I have 10 nieces and nephews, so I've been an integral part of seeing and helping raise children that are not my children, right? And I love that, right? But to be able to come home and hear, hey, your son got in trouble at school because he didn't do his homework today, or hey, he talked back to the teacher. Like, I want to teach those lessons because I was that kid.
Trust me, it happens on a regular basis.
I'm sure.
I had it today again.
I'm sure.
Week number 2 in a row. Week number 2 in a row. It's punishment time. Tomorrow we going to the park. He finna be running drills.
I'm sure. And that comes with the territory.
Because guess what?
But I want to be able to have somebody
'Cause
running around looking like me that I can say, hey, that's mine.
Yeah, and this the problem. Because I'm different. I'm a different daddy. You fucked up, so we fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'm running with you. right? So when I do beat your ass, at least you understand. It hurt me as much as it hurt you. Because even like right now, I'm fat right now. We finna run like 5 miles tomorrow. No bullshit. It's not fun. It's not. It's just not. All right, we're going to go to this next question.
5 miles. That's a long time.
Look,
That's a lot. I don't know if that's gonna be it.
5 miles.
Yeah.
This is the difference between men and women. Yo, all you heard was 5 miles. That's all she heard. All she heard was
I agree
5
with her, though, like,
miles.
You tripping?
5 miles.
You gonna make a kid, right? I don't know if a kid gonna last
But
5 miles.
It's not gonna do him like that.
I agree.
You want to
with
see
her,
the
like,
videos from last week?
They wasn't 5 miles.
Yeah.
Though.
Right.
You got snacks again?
Huh?
Huh?
I got a son.
Man, we going back to this next
I
question.
pack snacks.
Have you ever had a threesome? If you haven't yet, build your ideal trio. Her independent. I'm opening myself.
Of course,
Now look at
she's
her
still struggling.
Still struggling. That could have been done already.
She
Wasn't
got it.
holding it the
She
right
got
way.
it.
All right, so back to the question. Have you ever had a threesome? If you haven't yet, build your ideal trio.
I have not, and I don't have an ideal trio. Like,
So you wouldn't do like a black and a Puerto Rican?
Nah, that's just not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
You ain't gonna do two big bumbling black booties
I'm
banging?
not. I'll just explain to you how monogamy is something that I enjoy.
But you single and just having fun.
I still only want.
So we happen to
I
take a
still only
trip.
want one.
We in
I still only
Miami
want
on the
one, my boy.
beach,
Guess what?
and you got two badass girlfriends, and they both want you.
I'm probably still gonna be more attracted to one than the other. So I'm taking the one that I want.
This nigga's selfish.
What?
You
Not selfish.
Huh? How?
You're not. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, what?
You already know.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, I ain't never thought of that. That's not something that pop up in my mind.
Threesomes
Right.
have never been anything that I went out and looked for. That's the
Yeah, I
crazy part. When it happens, it usually just happens.
Nah, cause I'm weird. Like once I start seeing two broads kissing each other, I'm like, I'm good. Get out my
Oh
face.
yeah, something wrong with you. That's not a no.
Yeah, for me it is.
No, I love that.
No,
I'm
see,
not gonna lie.
that ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't like that.
Yeah, I love that.
That don't turn me on.
That's beautiful. There's something beautiful about that. I don't know why.
Oh, okay, I guess.
But you gotta remember though, I'm still the same motherfucker that hit a mama and a daughter. So
I'll hit a mama and a daughter, just not at the same time.
correct. I didn't do it at the same time.
Okay, so yeah, I hit a mama and a daughter. Nigga, what you
You
know?
would though.
Yeah, I would.
Yo, hell, every man gonna do that. Every man gonna do that. There's not a man I know that won't hit a mom and a daughter if they both look good.
Oh yeah, I will for sure. I'll hit a mom. I'll hit a daughter if she of age.
I'm talking about at the same time.
Nah, I don't know if I would do that at the same time.
I think you would.
Huh?
I think you would.
I don't know a mother and a daughter that would do it at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's-
They
that's-
damn
that's
self. Like
wild.
that's why. Like now that I just couldn't do off of principle alone.
Yeah, that's
why
wild.
do you want to share
Yeah,
your daughter's penis at the same time?
yeah. Y'all both sharing.
It's
Y'all both sharing
different.
body.
It's
Y'all both sharing
different.
same bodily fluids with
Yeah,
me.
it's different if we hit like if I'm hitting one or the other and it's
No.
separate.
It was a video that came out. It was a few years ago, I think, or a year or two ago, where it was a mom and daughter, and they would
That's weird.
get intimate. It's weird as fuck.
That's
It's
just
totally not okay.
yeah,
It's
that's,
like borderline.
I don't know what that's about.
You know,
that's not
and
okay.
they were adults. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people out here do that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But
Like, I was even surprised that he even said he fucking both of them.
yeah, I could not.
That's
either.
crazy.
Yeah, a mom and a daughter separately.
same time,
Cool.
yeah.
At the same time, no way in hell. That's weird. Now I'm questioning. Now I don't want to mess with either one of them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Natalia said, Bailey, you would do it. No, I'm not doing that. That
That's
is
what comes to my head. It's like,
that is weird to me. That's too weird. There's
but they
something wrong with them.
They just do it at different days, but technically it's still sharing. You know what I mean? So it really don't make a difference.
At the same time,
It does make a
They do
difference.
make a difference.
I mean, they do.
But,
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, they are
Very
sharing,
much.
but they ain't
Very
doing it at
much
the
over
same
there.
time.
Well, Demetrius, what you think of the show?
I like it. We still on air?
Yeah, we still on the
Oh.
air.
You just asked me on air and shit. Like,
Yeah. What you think?
I like it.
Be honest.
Got to figure out how to get more interaction, more crowd interaction, because I know your views are good.
So this is the thing. It's not. When we had the highest crowd interaction, I was very active in single dating groups, very active like polyamory groups, kink groups, and things like that. They have no problem calling in. The regular, average, everyday person, the ones that are in here, they're scared. They don't want the judgment or what if somebody knows who I am.
They can be anonymous, though, right?
But it's all anonymous. That's just it. I don't know why people think that their voice is just people gonna understand. My own brother called in. I didn't even know it was him because it's set up on an app. You don't see the number that calls in. Like when I call people, I know that I'm literally calling from my phone. I'm not calling them through the app that is attached that allows this to actually do what it needs to do. So everything is actually 100% anonymous. I don't think people realize that. So it's until you call in on a regular, like when Leon calls in, we know him. Plus, he's gonna let the world know who he is. Like they actually say, "Hey, it's such and such." We like, "Oh, okay," because for real, when people call in, their voice doesn't sound the same.
Right.
And we are in here. They don't understand too. Like in here, the acoustic sound of it is totally different. So call in and talk your shit. And ain't nobody judging. Even if we do realize who you are, we don't care. It's our show. This is the whole point. We don't know if you calling in, making up shit, or telling the truth.
Right.
But I appreciate you showing up on the show and joining in.
Absolutely. I appreciate you for having
Because
me.
I ain't seen you in a couple years.
It's been about 3-4
Yeah,
years, huh?
when you came to come borrow the Cadillac.
Yeah.
So
That was about 3-4 years ago.
Shmoney. Oh wait, I mean my bad.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Final thoughts. Hold up. Marcy said I didn't feel judged or any kind of way. Thank you, Marcy. And continue to stay tuned in. We definitely appreciate you.
Stay authentic and stay prayed up. Thank you. Bailey, I need a hot toddy.
So if y'all didn't
Sure do.
hear whispers back there, she said stay true and stay authentic. And she needs a hot toddy.
And stay prayed up.
And stay prayed up.
There you go.
For those in the, go ahead and hit us with your praying hand emojis. Let us get those praying hand emojis. Ladies, pray over your man. Men,
Yes.
pray over your women and children.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get them prayer emojis up.
Yes.
All right, from my black ass, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to another Freaky Friday. This one didn't turn out to be actual Freaky Friday. This one turned out to be a good, wholesome conversation. We had good company in here. We actually had a good caller. It's times like this that you just kind of realize that life itself is a blessing. Your friends, your family is a blessing. Love is a blessing. Take advantage of the blessings that you have in front of you and stop going for more things than what you really need. And life, it is very, 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 very simple. And it's the little things that will actually mean the most to you if you pay attention to what you actually have. I understand that we are constantly putting our hands out asking for more. And I understand that we have these things that we call wants. Most cases, the things that you want the most aren't always the things that are best for you. start to pay a little bit more attention to the things that are around you and in your life and the things that actually fill your cup as opposed to making your cup overflow. Keep in mind, if the cup is overflowing, you are already losing something. So the same thing that you are receiving, you are also losing. So just fill your cup up just enough to quench your thirst and keep you happy. And I'm positive that you will find that everything that you are looking for and want in life will be right there in front of you. And you don't need all of the extras. Look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday night for Sunday Night Live. And with that, tune in. Hit up all the social medias. You already know. It's nocappreacts everywhere. And
Love is sweat, honey peanut butter.